priest. You know what I'm saying? So in your household, how you run it, you know, through the following the law, statutes, commandments, and the scriptures, you know, rehearsing the righteous acts, doing what the Most High intended us to do, you understand, we will be priests, right? And it will cause blessings in the rest. It may cause the blessing to rest in thine house. You know what I'm saying? So, like I was saying earlier, nothing that we do is in vain. You know what I mean? So, continue to rehearse these righteous acts, continue to follow the law, statutes, commandments, and watch miracles happen.
Con. We're going to go to 2 Chronicles 31, and we'll start at verse 2.
Second Chronicles, chapter 31, verse 2. And Hezekiah appointed the course of the priests and the Levites, after their course, every man according to his service. The priest and the Levite for a burnt offering and for a peace offering, to minister and to give thanks and to praise in the gates of the tents of Yahweh.
Right, read on.
Verse 3, he appointed also the king portion of his substance for the burnt offering.
Salakia, so the king's portion. He appointed also the king's portion. So the king's portion could be the priest given to the Most High God. And the king's portion could also be the priest given to Yahweh to Yahweh, right? For the Most High God, so they could give it back to us, right? Read on.
Burnt offering, to wit, for the morning and the evening burnt offering, and the burnt offering for the Sabbaths, and for the new moons, and for the set feasts, as it is written in the law of Yahweh.
Right, read on.
Verse 4, moreover, the commandments, the people of the dwelling in Jerusalem, to give the portion of the priests and to the Levite, that they might be encouraged in the law of Yahweh.
Con. So he encouraged the people to bring their tithes, the first fruits, and all their offerings to the priests, the Levites, that they may follow the laws of the Most High God, so that they could be blessed. Right, read on.
And as soon as the commandments came abroad, the children of Israel bought in abundance the first fruit of corn, wine, oil, and honey, and all of the increase of the field. And that tithe of all things brought they in abundantly.
God, they brought in abundance. Read on.
And concerning the children of Israel and Judah, they dwelleth in the city of Judah. They also brought in the tithes of oxen and sheep, and the tithe of holy things which consecrate unto Yahweh their power, and laid them by heaps.
Right, read on.
7, in the third month.
In what month?
In the third month.
What month we in?
The third month.
Right, read on.
They began to lay the foundation of the heaps, and finished them in the 7th month.
Go ahead.
Verse 8. And when Hezekiah the prince came and saw the heaps, they blessed Yahweh and his people Israel.
Read on.
Then Hezekiah questioned with the priests and the Levites concerning the heaps. 10. And Azariah the chief priest of the house of Zabach answered him and said, since the people began to bring the offering into the house of Yahweh, we have enough to eat and have left plenty. For Yahweh hath blessed his people, that which is left is the great store.
So when you bring the first fruits of your increase, everything that is left is being stored up for the priest, right? Let's go to Nehemiah. Bring it up.
Yeah, because what? The people was keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. That's why their bonds and storehouse was plentiful. Right? Like I said, I know we're not doing agriculture, but we need to keep the statutes and commandments of the Most High God, so the Most High God can increase us in our days. All right? So that's the spirit we should be in, man. So we, like the brothers are saying, we got to continue these righteous acts, man. All right? So we're not doing it in vain. It's not for no reason.
Great point. Let's go to Nehemiah chapter 10. Even though we went through it already, let's start at 32.
Nehemiah chapter 10, verse 32. Say Khan when you have it. Nehemiah chapter 10, verse 32. Also we made ordinance for us to charge ourselves yearly.
Charge ourselves what?
To charge ourselves yearly.
It's a year-by-year feast, read on.
With the third part of a shekel for the service of the house of our power. 33, for the showbread and for the continual meat offering and for the continual burnt offering of the Sabbath and of the new moons, for the set feasts and for the holy things and for the sin offering to make an atonement for Israel and for all the works of the house of our God.
Right, read on.
Verse 34, and we cast the lots among the priests, the Levites, and the people for the wood offering to bring it to the house of our power, after the house of our fathers at the time appointed year by year, the burnt upon the altar of Yahweh our power. And this is written in the law.
God, so this is a yearly feast. This has to be done year by year with great gladness, right? Read on.
Year by year, even if we're not in Jerusalem.
God.
And to bring the first fruits of our ground and the first fruits of all the fruits of all trees, year by year, unto the house of Yahweh.
Read on.
36. Also, the firstborn of our sons.
Also the what?
The firstborn of our sons.
Now, he took all the sons of the Egyptians, right? But he also took all the first sons of ours to keep for his as a memorial unto him, right? Our first sons are to bless the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and the Levites as well. Read on.
And that's why the first sons will usually get a double inheritance than the other sons. And our cattle, as it is written in the law, and the firstling of our herd and our flocks, to bring to the house of our power, and unto the priests that minister in the house of our power. Verse 37, that we should bring the first fruits of our dough, right, and our offering, and the first fruits of manna of trees, of wine and of oil, unto the priests, to the chambers of the house of our power, and to the tithes of our ground unto the Levites, that came Levites might have the tithes in all the cities of our tillage.
Right, we don't.
And the priest, the son of Aaron, shall be with the Levites, and the Levites take the tithes, and the Levites shall bring up the tithes of the tithes unto the house of our power, to the chambers, into the treasure house.
Right, go ahead.
39, for the children of Israel and the children of Levi shall bring the offering of the corn, of the new wine, and the oil unto the chambers, where are the vessels of the sanctuary, and the priests that ministers, and the potters, and the singers, and we will not forsake the house of our power.
Because if we don't keep these feast days, we forsake the house of our power, right? Yeah, we can't have the storehouses empty. We need the priests to eat. They're the ones doing the sacrifices. They're the ones giving up the blood to the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushai when we give the animals over and we in front of the temple and we cut that animal and the blood drains out, that wave offering and that sheaf offering, all that the priest does. He sanctifies the entire temple. He sanctifies the people. He makes the atonement for the nation of Israel, all 12 tribes, right? That's why this part of the reason why this feast day is so important, right? We're going to go back to another one we went through. Let's go to Nehemiah 12 and verse 40.
Nehemiah chapter 12, verse 40. So stood 2 companies of them that gave thanks into the house of our power, and I, the half of the rulers with me.
And half the rulers, right? This goes into all the priests that are behind them, right? Read on.
31. And the
Verse
priest
43.
𝐤𐄄𐄅𝐄
43.
43. Also, that the day they offered great sacrifice and rejoiced. For God hath made them rejoice with great joy. The wives also and the children rejoice. So the joy of Jerusalem is heard, even afar off.
God, because this day is supposed to be kept with great gladness. We don't give a damn if the neighbors hear us. We supposed to be, listen, we don't care if they hear us in Philly, man. Make the damn streets rock. It's the Most High's feast day, right? Read on.
They should be over here.
44. At the time were some appointed over the chambers for the treasures, for the offerings, for the first fruits, and for the tithes to gather in them out of the fields of the city, the portion of the law for the priests and the Levites. For Judah rejoiceth, for the priests and for the Levites that waited.
Right, read on.
And both the singer and the porters kept the word of their God, and the word of the purification, according to the commandments of David and of Solomon his son. 46. For in the days of David and Asaph of old, there were chief of the singers, and the song praise and thanksgiving unto God. And all Israel in the days of Zerubbabel and the days of Nehemiah gave the portion of the singers and the porters every day his portion, and the sanctified holy things unto the Levites, and the Levites sanctified them unto the children of Aaron.
Con. So those tithes and offerings go a long, long way. You got the priest, you got the singers, you got the porters, all of these people that are maintaining the temple that have to eat throughout the year because they don't have any land to grow their own crops. So the Most High made provision for them through the feast days and through all our giving and alms to make way for the priests, right? Let's get into some of the. Go on, bring it out, King.
Tobit chapter 2 verse 1.
You got that?
Tobit chapter 2 verse 1. Tobit chapter 2. Tobit chapter 2 verse 1. Say calm when you have it. Now, when I was come home again, and my wife Amma was restored unto me with my son Tobias in the feast of Pentecost, which is the holy feast of the 7 weeks. There was a good dinner prepared me, in which I sat down to eat.
So what we're doing tonight, our ancestors have done thousands of years. You know what I mean? Sit back and think about that. You know, this is ancient. You know what I mean? An ancient feast day. You know, that Tobit did, you know what I mean? Moses told the Israelites to do. You know, let me get Acts 20 verse 16. So, you know, nights like tonight, I'm sure you got Acts too. You know what I mean? It's amazing things have happened in the past. You know, it's a beautiful thing. You know, you never know what the Most High is going to do from day to day, from Sabbath to Sabbath, new moon to new moon, feast day to feast day. So we go into each one with eyes wide open, you know, ready to accept whatever the Most High is going to show us. You know, whatever he's going to present to us, not just tonight, but throughout the course of the day tomorrow, because our feast days start from sundown to sundown. You know, So this is an amazing time. Okay, so just enjoy, listen, take notes. You know what I mean, and pay attention to the spiritual side of this thing. Go ahead, Ken.
And just rejoice that you're no longer in the world, man. Because in past time, what we'd be doing, man, we'd be getting ready to go to Miami or Cancun, all right, to see Salakia, women shake their booties and all types of wickedness and filthiness.
Right.
But we here, what? We celebrating the fruits of first fruits. Why? For the Most High could increase us in our lives, man. All right, so we should be celebrating and rejoicing like the King just said.
Right.
Because somebody's going down to Jersey Shore and they're not going to make it. They're not going to make it. They might get shark bitten, swimming in the ocean.
There's a bloodthirsty shark.
God. Listen, all banner of wickedness goes down, and the Most High is all about righteousness. Yeah, they might lose their arm. Yeah,
I've seen that. Just recently, a man was in Port Charlotte, Florida. He came out of a bar and he fell into a pond. Lost his whole arm. At least the Most High kept him alive. When you lost your whole arm because you want to be a drunkard, and you fall into a damn pond. So we got to be careful, man.
I think he died. He died? I think he died. Hold on.
Did he die?
Because he was in the hospital. He was.
Well, somebody said that to me this morning. I'm pretty sure he said he ain't make it.
Because he was alive when I seen him. Alive.
Look, he ain't killed.
He died from the pond.
Khan, this is. I don't know if this is the same place. You said it was in Florida.
Yeah, Port Charlotte, Florida.
This is in. This is that? I can't even pronounce that. Somewhere in. This is Moab.
Oh, Moab.
Yeah. All right. So the funny part, right? It's spiritual because last Sabbath, we're talking about Moab. You know what I'm saying? And Moab pulled over one of our beautiful sisters. You know what I'm saying? For no reason. And yeah, the police. And you know, like, you know what? That's terrible because Moab is going to have a rough week. So fast forward 1 week, and there it is. Moab got tore up by a bunch of crocodiles, ripped off his arm, yeah, you know what I mean? And he ain't make it. It was 40 crocodiles. So, I mean, think about that, you know what I mean? 40 years in the wilderness, you know what I mean? 40 days on Mount Sinai, you know, like, that's a... Con. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these things, you know, you start seeing these numbers and you realize that's no accident. You know what I mean? So, God, very much so judgment. So just know that the Most High is listening to you. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful with the things that you say, you know what I mean, to each other, right? About yourself. You know what I mean? And like the elder was bringing out, curses on Esau and the other nations.
That goes into Gabar's. That goes into go up to Gabar's lesson a couple weeks ago about watch your mouth. Right? Make sure you watch your mouth, especially amongst your brothers and sisters, because, you know, every idle word, as the scriptures say, you're going to have to make an account for. Right? Anything else you want to bring out, King?
Yeah, Acts 20, 16.
Acts chapter 20, verse 16.
Yeah, say Khan when you have it. Acts chapter 20, verse 16. For Paul had determined to sail by Euphrates because he would not spend the time in Asia. For he hastes, if it were possible for him, to be at Jerusalem the day of Pentecost.
So looks to me like Paul was keeping the law. You know what I mean? He made haste to make it to Pentecost, to Jerusalem to make it to the day of Pentecost. So when an unlearned Christian says, you know, Paulites, we call them.
Yeah.
when the Paulites think they know something about the scriptures and say that, well, the law is done away with because we're under grace and all this other things, Paul wasn't making moves until the death of Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? He didn't. I mean, you know, he knew the law. He was a Pharisee and everything like that, but he didn't wake up to the truth until his walk to Damascus, where Yahushua blinded him. You know what I mean? And he became a prisoner of the Most High. You know what I mean? So he kept the law. The law wasn't done away with. The law isn't done away with. We're not going to be judged based upon I know Jesus' name. Oh, okay, you can come to the kingdom of heaven. That's not going to happen like that. You know what I'm saying? Like faith without works is dead. You know what I mean? So I applaud all of you for making it here, making the sacrifice to come here. You know what I mean? So lovely. And while you're in the clapping mood, let's give it up for you. How about 𝐤𝐄𝐄𝐅? All praise to the Most High. You know? So we understand that keeping this law is crucial in these last days. Because we don't want to see, how shall I say, depart from me, you worker of iniquity. I never knew you. That's scary. You know, a lot of people going to hear that. You're going to have to say that a lot. You know what I mean? You might have to make a sign and just, read a sign. Because all y'all messing up. You know what I mean?
John chapter 14, verse 15. And it's in red letter. So it's in red letter, we know Yahushua speaking. And he said, if you love me, keep my commandments.
God, read that again.
John 14, verse 15. If you love me, keep my commandments.
Last time I checked, the Feast of First Fruits is a commandment. There's a lot of so-called blacks and Hispanics out there that aren't keeping that tonight. There's a lot of judgment that's going to go out tonight. It could be another Moabite situation. I'm hoping it's that Moabite from a couple of weeks ago with the man bag. You remember that? The homosexual Moab?
That was crazy.
Right? But yeah, there's going to be a lot of judgment going out tonight. Throughout this entire Memorial Day weekend, I want you to pay attention to the news. Watch how hear the sirens, right?
Can't make that up.
Watch the judgments the Most High are going to bring down on these people, man. Or the 2/3 of Israel that don't want to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. All right? You guys got anything else? Come on, let's get into some of the spiritual aspects of the first fruits. Let's get the book of Numbers, chapter 3 and verse 12.
Chill, man. That's crazy. Yeah,
The chariots. Yeah.
What'd you call it, guys?
Numbers 3:12.
That's a judgment.
God.
Nice. Numbers chapter 3, verse 12. Say calm when you have it. Numbers chapter 3, verse 12. And I, behold, I have taken the Levites from among the children of Israel, instead of all the firstborn that opened the matrix among the children of Israel. Therefore the Levites shall be mine.
God. You can't make it up, man. 10:44, you got the sirens going off. God, all praises. But yeah, Numbers 3 and verse 12. And I, behold, I have taken the Levites from among the children of Israel. Instead of all the firstborn, he could kill every one of the firstborn if he so chose. But he took the Levites as a people unto himself, right? Instead of taking the firstborn of all the children of Israel, therefore the Levites belong to the Most High, right? Read on.
Verse 13. Because all the firstborn are mine.
Because all the firstborn are whose?
Are mine.
Right, read on.
For on the day that I smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, Ashad, all praise,
Keep smiting. Right, read on.
I hallowed unto me all the firstborn in Israel, both man and beast. Mine shall they be. I am Yahweh.
God. So all the firstborn of the Levites, of all the nation, of all the children of the nation of Israel belong to the Most High God, Yahweh 𝐤𝐄𝐅. Let me get Tobit, chapter 8 and verse 5.
Tobit, chapter 8, verse 5. Then began Tobias to say, Blessed art thou, O power, our Father, and bless the holy and glorious name forever. Let thy heaven bless thee and all thy creatures.
God, let the heavens bless him and all the creatures, the firstborn, the second, third, fourth, through generation and generation, bless the Most High God, Yahweh, and even his son, the only begotten, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, is blessed as well, right? Let's go to Colossians chapter 1 and verse 15.
Colossians chapter 1, verse 15. Who is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of every creature?
Who can answer that? Who's the first?
Who's the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of every creature? Good, Zabulon.
Yahushua.
Khan, Yahweh Shai Mashiach. He's the first fruits of Yahweh, right? Read on.
16. For by him we all were all things created, that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him and for him.
Right, read on.
Verse 17. And he is before all things, and by him all things consist.
Right, read on.
18. And he is the head of the body, the church, who is in the beginning, the firstborn,
What?
the firstborn
First fruits, read.
from the dead, that in all things he might have
Preeminence.
preeminence.
Right, read on.
Verse 19. For it pleased the Father
What?
for it pleased the Father
Right.
that in him should all fullness dwell.
Go ahead.
Verse 20. And having made peace through the blood of his cross, by him to reconcile all things unto himself. By him I say, whether they be things in earth or things in heaven.
God.
So Mashiach Yahweh Shai is the first fruits of Yahweh, right? All things are created by him, for him, and all to give glory and honor to the Most High God Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, right? Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 20.
First Corinthians chapter 15. Chapter 15, verse 20. Say calm when you have it.
Khan.
1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 20. But now, Hamashiach, risen from the dead, and become the first fruits,
Where did he become?
the first fruits
Right.
of them that sleep.
Read on.
Verse 21. For since by man came death, by man came also the resurrection of death.
Go ahead.
22. For as in Adam all died, even so in Hamashiach shall all be made alive.
Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. Read on.
Verse 23. But every man in his own order. Hamashiach, the first fruits. Afterwards they that are in Hamashiach at his coming. Verse 24. Then cometh the end,
Yeah, we so close to it. Read on.
when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to God, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power.
God, read on.
25. For he must reign,
He what?
for he must reign,
Right, go ahead.
till he have put all enemies under his feet.
Hashem
Mashiach.
Mashiach Yahushua.
Stop it up for that.
God. Read on.
26. The last enemy that he shall be destroyed is death. Verse 27. For he hath put all things under his feet. But when he said all things are put under him, it is manifest that he is accepted, which did put all things under him.
Right on.
Verse 28. And when all things shall be subdued unto him.
Salakia, when the white man and all these other nations are subdued underneath the Most High and Mashiach Yahushua, read on.
Then shall the Son also himself be subject unto him that put all things under him,
Because he's the first fruits of the Most High, read.
that God may be all in all.
Because his job is to glorify his Father. His job is to glorify his Father, to save the nation of Israel and to glorify his Father. And in doing so, we glorify his Father because we are his first fruits. Right? Because he created all things. Right? Let's go to Revelation chapter 14, verse 1. Got something to bring out, okay? Good.
Revelation
14, verse 1.
Revelation chapter 14, verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion.
Salakia, that lamb is who? God. The lamb without spot or blemish. Right?
Khan.
That first fruits, that perfect sacrifice. Read on.
Khan, that's what John the Baptist says. He's the Lamb of God that takes the sin of the world.
God.
And what world is that? We know that is the world of Israel. That the prophet Isaiah says in chapter 45, verse 17. So Yahushua is that lamb, the lamb that took away the sins of the world.
God. Read on.
Verse
Start from top.
top. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their forehead.
God, that's the elect. That's the government of Israel. Read on.
That's the government, because we know 12 times 12 is 144.
Khan.
12,000 from each nation.
12,000 from each tribe.
Right.
So 12 represent the number of government in Israel. Alright? Come Verse 2. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard a voice of harps, harping with thy harps. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts.
And Salakia, these are your priests. These are your priests. These are your porters. These are everybody that was working in the temple under Yahushua, plus the 144,000. Like, these are all people that are anointed by the Most High God, who have followed the laws, statutes, and commandments, that keep the laws of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, even in their captivity in the land like we are today. And these are the people that we give our first fruits to when we pay homage to Yahweh and his son Yahushua. Read on.
And before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song, but the 144,000 which were redeemed from earth. Verse 4. These are they which were not defiled with women.
These are they which were not defiled with women. Some of them with actual women. But what does that women represent when we say they that are not defiled with women? What does that women represent? Go ahead, Simi. Yasharala, true. But I'm looking for something else. What do they represent? What does that woman represent? The whore, right? And all her doctrines. And all her foolishness and madness. Right. Read on. Come on, bring your precept out here.
Revelation 17 and 1.
Let me get it. Revelation 17 and 1. And there came one of the seven angels, which had the seven veils, that talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, and I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore, that sitteth upon many waters.
That's that woman.
Khan, what whore is that? Babylon. Khan. So, and that's where we're at right now. Babylon's telling China that they can't sail their ships in the South China Sea. Babylon tells Afghanistan that they can't, I don't think Afghanistan never did anything to America. But, 9/11, the buildings dropped, and all of a sudden, they're in Afghanistan. Right now, they're giving weapons and fighter jets and everything to Ukraine. All our tax dollars that we pay, and every time we buy something in the store, every time we get paid, is going to a bomb somewhere that we're never going to visit. Who wants to go to Ukraine anyway? What's in Ukraine? Yeah, it's a parking lot now, but yeah, even before then, you know what I mean? So America just goes. It's the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. She can't stay at home. You know what I mean? So let's go to verse 5.
Many waters. Why? Because they got an embassy everywhere, right? They want to have military bases everywhere. They want to be in everybody's business everywhere.
That's why the beauty of that typhoon that was in Guam is so wonderful, because America has embassies on that shore in Guam. So clap it up for the Most High. That typhoon in Guam is beautiful.
Verse 2. With whom the kings of the...
You go down verse 5.
Verse 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, and the abomination of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints, and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahweh. And when I saw her, I wondered with a great admiration. And the angel said unto me, Wherefore didst thou marvel? And I will tell thee the mystery of the woman, and of the beast that carrieth her, which hath the 7 heads and the 10 horns.
So a lot of our people are, you know, they love this whore. You know what I'm saying? They, instead of following the law, statute, commandments of the scriptures, America says, you know, you could be anything. You know what I mean? A boy can be a girl can be a light.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just whatever you want to do. It's up to you. You can marry that chair. Like, this is what America says you can do. So it goes contrary to the scriptures. The scripture says, be fruitful and multiply. You know what I mean? So we're not talking about, when we go back to Revelation, the 14th chapter, not talking about, you know, virgins, you know, because the Most High says, be fruitful and multiply. So, you know, the apostles had wives. Are they not part of the elect? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like a Christian doctrine that, you know, they try to get you with, like, whoa, are you a virgin? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you don't understand. You know what I mean? You really don't know how to break down these scriptures. Con. And can I get another one? Can I get 2 Corinthians 11 and 2?
2 Corinthians
11. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 2. For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy, for I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Hamashiach.
So, you know what I mean? Espoused you to one husband, the Most High. You know what I mean? We're married to the Most High, and that he may present us as a chaste virgin to Hamashiach Yahweh. You know, when you go to Jeremiah, the 3rd chapter, it talks about Israel playing the harlot. You know what I mean? We go all over the place. Like, hey, I'm a Buddhist today, like, you know, Tina Turner. I'm a Jehovah Wickedness, 7-year advances. I'm Muslim, you know what I'm saying? I don't eat pork, but I eat shrimp, crabs, lobster, you know. Don't mind shooting my brother, as long as he's not another Muslim. But of course, in Philadelphia, they don't listen to none of that anyway. You know what I mean? So it's just going from place to place, as far as doctrine to doctrine, philosophy to philosophy. You know what I mean? And the Most High says, you know, he needs the purity of the virgin, of staying close to this doctrine, following these law, statutes, commandments, not wavering to and fro. All right.
Where we drop off?
Revelation.
Revelation chapter 14 and verse 4.
Revelation 14. Verse 4.
That's where we were.
Yeah, Revelations 14, verse 4. These are they which are not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb, whithersoever so he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto God and to the Lamb.
God.
And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of God.
God. So the Most High God has set Yahweh in place at this time, and the 144,000, which are the first fruits, as well as Yahweh. Right? Let's go ahead to Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 1.
Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 1. Say calm when you have it. Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 1. Moreover, the words of Yahweh came to me, saying, Go and cry in the ears of Jerusalem, saying, Thus saith Yahweh, I will remember thee, the kindness of thy youth, the love of thy espousal, when thou wentest after me in the wilderness, and in the land that was not sown. Verse 3, Israel was holiness unto Yahweh.
What was holiness?
Israel was holiness unto Yahweh.
Read on.
And the first fruits,
What?
and the first fruits of his increase. All they that devour him shall offend. Evil,
Sum up.
all that devour him shall offend.
Right? Read on.
Evil shall come upon them.
What's going to come upon them?
Evil shall come upon them.
What was those sirens?
Evil shall come upon them.
Was it the lightning strikes?
Evil shall come upon them.
Typhoons?
Evil shall come
The
upon them.
earthquakes?
Evil shall come upon them,
Read on.
saith Yahweh. Verse 4, Hear ye the words of Yahweh, O house of Jacob, and all the families of the house of Israel. Verse 5, thus says Yahweh.
Let's see on that. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 6 and 54.
Let's go to 2nd Ezra 6 and 54, because Israel is holiness unto Yahweh. He had respect unto Israel when you go back and read in the law of the scriptures, right? And Israel is the first fruits of his increase, right? All 12 tribes are the first fruits of his increase, right? Read on 2nd Ezra 6 and 54.
2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
The people that he has chosen, the 144,000, the elect of the nation of Israel, right? The 12 tribes, the 24 elders, all the angels that are up in the heavens with the Most High, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach himself, and the Most High. Like all of that is the first fruits, right? Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 40.
Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 40. Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 40. For in my holy mountain.
Salaki, what's the holy mountain? Right. Go ahead, read on.
For in my holy mountain, in the mountain of the height of Israel, says Yahweh thy power, there shall all the house of Israel, all of them in the land,
Some of them.
all of them in the land,
Right.
serve me. There I will accept them, and there will I require your offering, and the first fruits of your oblation, which with all your holy things.
Read on.
41, I will accept you with your sweet savor when I bring you out from the people and gather you out of the countries wherein ye have been scattered. For I will be sanctified in you before the heathens.
God, and that day is coming.
That day when those chariots come and pick us up off this God-forsaken place, right? When Esau is astonished like them the whole time. These are the people of God? That Nick, I can't stand that nigga. What do you mean he's the people of God? How is he getting saved and I'm stuck here to face this nuke? How are my ashes and a shadow on the ground and he's being lifted up and exalted by the Most High God? How is that the case, right? Read on.
Bring it out.
And ye shall know that I am Yahweh, when I shall bring you into the land of Israel, into the country for the which I lift up my hand to give it to your fathers.
God, that's according to his promise. That's according to his promise. You have precept you want to bring out?
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5.
Wisdom of Solomon,
Chapter 5.
chapter 5. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in the great boldness before the face of such as hath afflicted him, and made no account of his labors.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. Verse 3.
Hold on. Let's lock it. So,
So when Malachi says we're gonna be lifted up with chariots, I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. What are you talking about? That's what are you watching? Star Trek? we went to sleep watching a Star Wars episode. You know what I mean? Because it seems like science fiction. But the funny part is, if you've been paying attention, the U.S. government has been saying, yeah, they exist, and there's nothing we can do about it. You know what I mean? It just came out recently. Jeremy Corbell with a triangular, large, it said like 2-3 story chariot over the Marines, and they all had the iPhones. They were all good. Oh, take me to your leader. Those are the Marines. They're supposed to be the few, the proud. You know what I mean? And there's nothing they could do with that. That's a no-fly zone. You're not supposed to be over top of Marines. Like, if that was China or Russia or anything, they would have shot them down. They know they can't do anything.
That's right.
So it appeared, they filmed it, and when it was done, when the chariots were done, they left. Right in front of their face. It's not like it zipped off anywhere or slowly moved out. It just faded out. Bro, do you see that? They're scared to death. By Shimma Mashiach Yahushua. Read verse 3.
Verse 3. And they repented and groaned from anguish of spirits, shall say within themselves, this was he whom we have something in desertion and a proverb of reproach. For we
So they're, had us in derision and a proverb of reproach, like the black sheeps. You know what I mean? And then, oh, look at this guy. Got your fringes on. Oh, I guess the sky's gonna crack open, huh? And it's all fun and games until it does. It's hilarious, but it's not, because what they're realizing now is that these prophecies are coming true right in front of their face. That's why last new moon, 7.7 magnitude earthquake. You know what I mean? A couple of days later on the Sabbath, 7.1 magnitude earthquakes in Loyalty Islands. You know, we're loyal to the Most High. We follow the law, statutes, commandments. We're the ones mocked. You know what I mean? The righteous man is laughed to scorn.
God.
But, eventually, and it's coming, everybody can see it, that those laughters are going to turn to tears. You know what I mean? Weeping and gnashing of teeth. All right? Let's go to verse 4.
we fools accounted his life madness, and his end to be without honor.
What does it say?
To be without honor.
Fools. Could you read verse 5?
Verse 5. How is he numbered among the children of God, and his lot is among the saints?
So you're like, oh man, those guys are crazy. Look at those crazy guys on the corner, right? Yeah, laugh now, cry later. They thought our end would be without honor. We'd be in the crazy house, getting 302. You know what I mean? Getting shot up with all types of crazy pills and Seroquels and all the other stuff. But look, we the ones still standing out on the streets. We the ones still backing down the most powerful government on the face of the planet. Joe Biden just says he has 100 bold and unprecedented moves for anti-Semitism and hate. When's the last time you seen any anti-Semitism and hate that just ran across the internet? They understand what's going on, so they're going to come at the men of the Lord and the people who the Lord have chosen to follow His law, statutes, commandments, and teach others. You understand? And it said, how is he numbered among the children of God, and his lot is among the saints? It says, ancient. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people in this room right now that you can tell were here before. You grew up, and everybody was saying, yo, you're an old soul. You're not supposed to, you're a throwback. You know what I mean? And all the power of the Most High, 𝐤𝐿, we all found each other. And here we are tonight. Pentecost, Feast of Weeks, First Fruits, you know, or a mighty elder, you know, that been bringing it out for years, you know, in Satan's living room, Times Square, surrounded by 100 people, all yelling and mocking. Oh, you believe in UFOs? Oh, you think America's going to fall? Oh, you think it's going to be World War III? And what's trending almost every day? UFOs, World War III, fall of America. How many banks got to collapse before you realize this place is done? And now look at them.
I got a precept for you. Luke chapter 6, verse 25. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep.
Laugh now, cry later. And the way the Most High operates, one day is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is a day. He's spreading this out. They don't know which way it's coming from. They don't know which way they're going. They don't know to put their money in the bank, whether to play their credit card. Is it going to be a default or isn't it? You know what I mean? And people might not get their Social Security checks. Nothing might just completely fall off the map.
Just have them P.O. box everything to us.
Con.
Give it up. They don't need it.
All cash apps sent to the elder. You know what I'm saying? And gold, you know, because, you know, with the precious metals, gold, silver, platinum good? All right, platinum good, okay. All praises.
Kwame Shalom. All praises by Shema Mashiach Yahushua.
Y'all got any more to bring out on the first fruits?
Yeah, so the brother's going to bring a little bit more out on the first fruits. And I just want to touch on something and then we'll close out the prayer, eat, drink, and be merry. God? So, Romans chapter 8, verse 16. All right, when everybody have it, say Khan. Everybody in the spirit? Khan. On his first fruits. Good. What is y'all? Good. Right? That's what happens when you study to show yourself approved. Karen? I remember, man, we was coming to Philly. These brothers was watching the camp. Now they running the congregation and the lessons. Karen? That's what you do when you apply yourself, Akim. Karen? You shouldn't be sitting there 3, 4, 5 years and you can't hold a new moon. You can't. What are you doing? Karen? Give me, real quick, give me Proverbs 15:28. These are the results of these brothers applying themselves. Like I said, man, I remember we was coming to 15th and Market. What was the other one? With the emotional, the 52nd and Market. The emotional dude that wanted to fight everybody. Man, I thought he was Superman because he did some dips in the park. Right, he went to Planet Fitness, 1 o'clock in the morning, 24-hour gym membership so he could beat up everybody. I remember these brothers from way back then standing in the audience. God? And now what? They're able to lead HOI Philly and lead lessons. God? Because proper leadership is teaching and edifying. God? And when you teach and you edify, you do what? You lead by the example of what you're teaching and edifying on. So you don't want to come in this thing and be a student for 15 years. God? I mean, some people are slower than others. And sisters, because sisters can teach on a certain level also. But you don't want to come in this thing in 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Brother, when is the Sabbath? Right? I'm being sarcastic, but the basic thing, you still don't know. God? I mean, listen, like I said, some are slower than others, but come on, Akim, you got to get in this thing and study, man. Right? Like I said, I remember a few years ago, 3, 4, 5 years ago, these brothers were just watching us come to Philly. And now they holding it down. Brother got a whole entire lesson. I'm listening in the kitchen, all the precepts on the first fruits. God? And then some. God, because you got the spiritual aspect. Remember, we always bring out, there's the spiritual aspect to the feast days also. God? Yeah, read that, King.
Proverbs. Proverbs 15, verse 28. The heart of the righteousness studieth to answer.
Right, the scriptures say the heart or the mind of a righteous man studies to answer. God, let me apply myself so I can be able to teach the class. I can do the Tuesday, Thursday night Zoom. Right, I can do the Wednesday night, Wisdom Wednesday. I can do the feast day. I can hold it down. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because you're applying yourself. The heart or the mind of the righteous studieth to answer. God? What are we here for tonight? I got to bring out the scriptures on what we're here for tonight. The Feast of the First Fruits. The Pentecost, the weeks. God? Right, good.
But the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things.
Right, the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things. And a lot of times brothers just come in and thing and brother been gossiping for 4 years, right? He been talking about brothers for 4 years, right? But don't have a lesson for you. God? Can't hold down the camp, can't edify, can't do nothing. Brother, go up there. I wasn't really ready, elder. But you know how to call me 12 o'clock at night so you could talk about a brother. God? But the heart of the wicked poureth out wicked things. God? You got to grow. You're supposed to grow in this truth, man. You're supposed to grow in this thing. God? If you're not growing, then what are you doing? What are you here for? Why you wasting your time? You're supposed to grow in this truth. This truth is about growth. So I'm just reflecting on these brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Chaasadyah, Chaasadyah, Yaradan. You know what I'm saying? Yeshaya. I remember all these brothers, man, new in the field. And now brothers are able to edify and hold lessons and keep this thing going. 3, 4, 5 years in, brothers is holding their weight. God? So that's what this thing is about. By HaShem. Read that one more time all the way through. Proverbs 15:28.
Proverbs chapter 15, verse 28. The heart of the righteous studieth to answer, but the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things.
The Lord said the mouth of the wicked pour out evil things. A brother always in confusion, always in gossip, always. But a righteous brother, man, I don't have time for that, man. Let me put these precepts together so I can do this lesson tonight. Let me put my, let me look at the prophecies so I can know what I'm going to bring out at camp. Yo, let me call up this brother and give him some counseling. I got about 10 brothers to counsel him on this situation he's going through. God? But a wicked Negro just sitting around looking for confusion, looking to gossip, not applying himself, not bringing out one scripture. Everything is confusion and contention. God? So you have to apply yourself in this thing. So we're going to get a little bit more on the first fruits and edify on 1 or 2 more things and wind it down. So the brother wanted Romans 8:16.
Con.
Kind.
Romans chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God.
Right, read on. We have first fruits. Read on.
17. And the children, their heirs and heirs of God, and joint heirs with Mashiach, if so be that we suffered with him, that we may be also glorified together.
Read on.
18. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time,
Salakia, the sufferings of this present time. You got Jordan Neely getting choked out on the New York City train. Right? The sufferings of this present time. Right? Read on.
the suffering, yeah. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of God.
Read on.
20. For the creature was made subject to vanity not willingly, but by reason of him who had subject the same in hope. 21. Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God. 22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. 23. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to with the redemptions of our body.
Khan. Right, Khan. Kwamisha. All right, so that concludes on bringing a lesson out concerning the feast of the first fruits. Khan. Right, did y'all get edified? Khan. Right, did y'all take notes? Khan. Y'all gonna go home and study them notes? No, y'all not. Y'all some con artists now. Now go home and study your notes. Con? So next year, you know what? Everybody gonna be asked a question. Give me a scripture on the first fruits, and you better have one. Con? You better have one from this year. He must have gave you about 40 scriptures, man. Con? You better have one next year on the first fruits. Con? Hell, they ain't playing with y'all. I ain't playing with y'all. Right, Con? Nah, no father. So, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Con? There was some madness that went on in the nation of Israel recently. I got caught up in it by default. I don't go to no damn clubhouse. But give me Sirach 19:5. I'm not gonna be too long on this. If y'all notice, major things tend to take place during the feast days, Khan? Especially the major feast days, Khan? And why does the Most High do that? Why does the Most High do that? Because the Most High, at those times, he's shaking up the nation so we can get ourselves right and focus on what's important. Look, my feast day is coming up, and y'all acting like a bunch of damn idiots. And y'all supposed to be focused on the feast of the first fruits and honoring me. And y'all acting like a bunch of fools. So let me bring some judgment up in there to shake things up. Khan? It never fails. The Most High always bring judgment around these major feast days or something major going on. Khan? So as we can see, there was a fisticuffs, I want to call it. All right, a fisticuffs between two Israelite camps, organizations, congregations, whatever you want to call them. And these things ought not to be in the nation of Israel. Khan? Right? And I don't care if you say you're the home of the truth. I don't care if you say, oh, we stay to ourselves. We don't deal with nobody else. We making the biggest moves in Israel. Whatever you want to say. It's a black eye on the nation. Either way. It's folly. It's foolishness. It's beneath us. And if we all out there with the same mission, this should not be happening. Now, the Most High always going to make something good come out of a bad situation. Everything going to happen for a reason, but he's going to show us that it shouldn't happen anymore. Give me Sirach 19:5.
Sirach chapter 19, verse 5.
Everybody have it, say Khan.
Also known as Ecclesiastes. Whatsoever taketh pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned.
The Lord said, whosoever taketh pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned. And I'm going to say this, HOI, we already know this, but you don't go where a group of brothers are teaching at and pull up and set up your camp right on top of the brothers. That's a no-no. Let your ego go. Let your pride go. Deal with it later. Find somewhere else to go teach and deal with it later. Even if you think brothers are in your spot. If you can't talk to the leaders right there, you know what? Y'all brothers stay here. But this is normally our spot. But you know what? Stay here. Bring it out. We're going to go somewhere else. Give me a number, something. Let's call and work it out. Let's work out a schedule where we don't clash out here. That's it. That's what level-headed men of the Most High Yahweh do.
Right.
But you got proud niggas, and I'm going to say it, that take pleasure in wickedness. I'm going to go because I'm the better camp. I'm going to set up right on top of these brothers. Read it again, King.
Whosoever taketh pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned.
What the Lord say?
Shall be
The
condemned.
Lord said, whoever take pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned. So don't take pleasure in, I could bully or gangster or I could take over the block from my brother. You supposed to have left that alone in the world. Every major city got, like I always say, some cities are livelier than others. I ain't gonna front. Some of y'all cities are dead as hell. I love y'all Israel, but I be like, God damn, this camp spot is horrible. But you gotta do what you gotta do, God. See, every city is not a New York. Every city is not a Hollywood or a Vegas, whatever. It's not as lively. Some cities you gotta build up a spot. Sometimes you gotta be consistent, and then the foot traffic can get a little bit heavier. But it is what it is. It's nobody's fault. But a lot of these cities you go to, you be like, God damn, what can we teach out here? This is no man's land. It's just you don't find a block with a lot of foot traffic. But find somewhere and bring out the gospel. Even if you bring it out just for a couple hours, all right, at least we went out there. We got a corner we go to every week. Hey, one soul might come out there and hear the word every week. But, all right, sometime if you in a city, you might be fighting for the liveliest camp spot. Oh, that's a good spot, man. We want that. But if it's at the cause of causing you to have a fight with another group of brothers, fringes flying all over the place, is not worth it. Right. And that's you taking pleasure in wickedness because you want to have contention and strife with your brother. And that's wicked as hell, man. You don't go set up right on top of brothers. I'm going to put my speaker. You know how stupid and counterproductive that is? I'm going to point my speaker to your speaker. I'm not saying who's at fault here. I mean, we can get into that, but I'm going to point my speaker at your speaker, and you're just going to drown each other out, you dummy. Right? This is behavior that's beneath us. Right. And I don't care if you are in the other group. I don't give a damn if you say the Most High only dealing with you. So what? It's all Israel we talking to. And y'all dudes can get checked too. Right, read it again from the top.
Ecclesiastes chapter 19, verse 5. Whosoever taketh pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned.
Come on.
But he that resisteth pleasure crowneth his life.
See that? The Lord said if you resist pleasure, you crown your life. That don't always have to mean physical pleasure or lust of the flesh. It can be the lust of your mind. The pleasure in, let me outdo my brother. I'm this nigga. It's my corner now, nigga. You can have a pleasure with your ego. You know what I'm saying? You can get pleasure in outdoing your brother. Nigga, this is my corner now, nigga. Get out of here. Now, the Most High only dealing with me. That you can be taking in pleasure in that kind of wickedness. You just want the pride and ego of, get off my block, nigga. Yeah, man, I son that. Them niggas, it's my block now. Right, come on, man. Are you serious, man? Where we gonna go? We gonna get the guns and do a drive-by now? Air them niggas out off my corner, son. Niggas ain't coming back. It's my block now. Yo, get the chopper, get the tech. Yo, we airing that whole block out, son. Get the 40 cal, the 4/5. We bringing everything on them niggas. Evil as hell, man. God? And you take pleasure in that kind of wickedness. Right? You take pleasure in the ego and the pride of outdoing your brother. Come on, give me 2 Corinthians 11:22. This is ridiculous, man. And the scriptures speak against all this. And the Most High said, I'm going to let this happen the week of the first fruits to check you Negroes. Because you all, the males, supposed to be coming to appear before me. You're supposed to be getting in the spirit of the feast. Now, let me put a speaker against your speaker so we can dry. You can't hear what the hell's going on. If I want to listen to a scripture, I can't hear it. Good? So let's keep our eyes on the prize, man. And HOI, I better not see none of that behavior with us, man. Any city do that, I'm flying in on y'all. I'm pulling up on y'all. The hell are y'all doing? Good? And that's the spirit, because we almost had that problem in Chicago, right, with IUIC. And I called IUIC leadership, and I nipped it in the bud immediately. I said, nah, we not doing this, bro. And the brothers respected. We came to a mutual understanding, and it did happen a week before this incident happened. No, 2 weeks before this incident happened. And the brothers was a little upset. I said, no, y'all not going out there. No! Go somewhere else and teach. You're not going to be out there like some niggas yelling over each other over the block. Go somewhere else and teach. I'm going to talk to the leadership. We're going to resolve it. That's how men of the Lord do things. Not to pat myself on the back, but I learned that from in the world, and I damn sure learned it when the Most High Yahweh brought me in His truth. That's how you resolve matters like a man. Not like no big emotional boy. Gone? 2 Corinthians 11:22.
2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 22. Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I.
Right, so Paul said, are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the sons of Abraham? So am I. Right, so Paul was not a Roman. He was an Israelite. He was a Roman citizen, but he was an Israelite by nationality. God? Right, let me hold it so I know you don't want to put it away. Yeah. Keep going.
Are they ministers of Hamashiach? I speak as a fool. I am more in labor, more abundant.
See that? So Paul said, are they ministers of Yahushua? I speak as a fool. I'm more abundant a minister of Yahushua because Paul became the chiefest of the apostles. God? So we can say that about are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the sons of Abraham? We all Israel. God? Are they servants? I more. Are they ministers? I more. Some of us could boast and brag. I go to camp more than them dudes. But it's not about that. God? But Paul was saying, I speak as a fool. If y'all cats want to say I do the work, y'all do the work, I do the work more. God? But that's why he said, I speak as a fool. I'm just speaking as a man. I speak as a fool. I'm speaking, from a foolish boasting standpoint. Y'all want to brag about doing the work? I do the work. God? All right, come on.
In stripes above measure.
And Paul said in stripes above measure. I've been whooped so many times for teaching the gospel. God?
In prisons more frequent.
In prisons more frequent. So we can all start boasting about resumes of what we did for this truth. I can get up there and say I've been guns put out on me, jumped, sucker punch, knives put out on me, everything for this truth. Been arrested, locked up, bailed out, everything for this truth. A lot of times I don't even talk about everything I've been through for this truth. So Paul was saying, listen, this is everything I've been through for teaching this gospel. Come on.
In death oft.
In death oft, our life been threatened. Yo, come back next week. Come back next week and see what happened. Matter of fact, y'all better not come back next week. I had a Muslim on my job. I was working with the Muslim. The Muslim told me he gonna come shoot up our camp spot at work. Because I cut up his Israel, and I told him, I said, brother, we at work. We don't have to discuss religion. I said, we at work. I said, we don't have to discuss. No, I'm just asking you a question because you're a Hebrew. When I got finished with the man talking about, I'm going to come shoot up your corner on Fulton and Hoyt. I said, see, brother, you want it now. Your Allah got cut. Your Islam got cut. And now you're talking about coming to shoot the camp spot up. Right? So I've been there, done that. And that's off. I said, brother, bring it on, man. Go ahead. It's the first time, I've been threatened with guns. I've been shot at in the street. So you ain't saying how much more for this gospel. If I'm going to die for this truth, I'm going to die for it. Well, come on with your tech, man, and shoot up the corner. Right? Go ahead. Hey, you're supposed to be a Muslim. Right? Go ahead.
24. Of the Jews 5 times receive
40
He
stripes.
said, of the Jews, 5 times I received 40 stripes. They was beating Paul like damn Toby and Ruth. His own people, though. His own people set up the Jews. They was stringing Paul up and whipping his back. 5 times, that's 200 stripes. 240 times 5 is 200. Last time I checked my math, right? Right? He said, 200 times you Negroes whipped my back like Toby. And this was his own people. This wasn't Esau. He said, of the Jews, 5 times I received 40 stripes. They're going back to the law in Deuteronomy 25. When a man do a transgression, you give him 40 stripes. You're not supposed to exceed 40 stripes. So Paul said, that happened to me 5 different times. I had to get whooped on my back. 200 different stripes on my back. Come on.
Twice was I beaten with rods.
He said, twice I was beaten with rods. Right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And what they said y'all had on January 6th, clubs. Right? There goes the leader. He got the biggest club. Right? He got the grayest beard, so he's the leader. And he got the biggest club. There they go. They got clubs in their hands. They beat Paul twice with clubs. God, thrice. They beat Paul with twice. 3 times he got beat with clubs. Right? He said rods there, right?
Rods,
yeah, rod, but they had clubs. Right? They had the January 6th OG Macabre clubs that they used on our brother Paul. Right? He said 3 times that happened to him. Come on.
Once I was stoned.
He said, once I was stoned, Negroes stoned me. Come on.
Thrice I suffered shipwreck.
He said, thrice I was in shipwreck. I washed up on sea. My ship got all jacked up. Come on.
A night and a day I have been in the deep.
He was stuck in the sea for over 24 hours. Come on.
26. In journeying often.
He said, in journeyings often. I travel a lot. I traveled a lot for this gospel. Right, God? You got to move around and do this work. You know what I'm saying? Every time I turn around, I'm on the damn plane. You know what I'm saying? So give me some frequent flyer miles, and each mile is $10. Right? Give me some money with the miles. God? Right? You got to move around for this truth. Right? H.O.I. East Coast. Y'all what's up? God? Up and down the eastern border for this truth. God? Right? God?
In perilous of waters.
In perils of waters. Come on.
In perils of robbery.
In perils of robbers. Paul and Caps were trying to stick him up back there. Pull out sword on him. Yo, give me everything you got, son. Right? Go ahead.
In peril by my own countrymen.
In peril of your own countrymen. Now, is everything we got to fight in this society, then we got to be in danger of our own countrymen? Our own people? Right? Come on.
In peril by the heathen.
In perils by the heathen, in danger of the heathens. These white supremacists are all lurking around now. You be alert when y'all out here, man. These white supremacists are out here, man. I'll be catching their looks. Remember we was out, we was teaching at the Jordan Neely pull-up, and the Edomite threw up the white supremacist hand sign? Yeah, man. Yeah, we caught it on camera, too. That devil walked right by, threw up that white supremacist hand sign, man. So they out here, man. They lurking around. All right, come on.
In peril in the city.
In the perils in the city, you got to travel through these cities. Oh, you one of them Israelites, man. People walk up to you like, yo, I recognize you. You don't know if they come in friend or foe. Yeah, man, I recognize you from YouTube or what kind of spirit you in. Nah, brother, I be getting edified. All right, brother, cool. You know what I'm saying? Right, go ahead.
In peril in the wilderness.
In what?
In the wilderness.
In peril in the wilderness, meaning no, wherever you travel as a Hebrew man in this world, you in danger. But the angels, protect us. Come on.
In peril in the sea.
In perils in the sea, go ahead.
In perils among the false brethren.
In perils amongst false brethren. You got to face danger from false brethren, man. Cats that's supposed to be doing the same thing that you do. I don't care if you dress up different and have a different title. We all got that mission. We all want to bring the people back to Yahweh. Now, it's not only what Paul is saying right here. I'm in peril of my own country, meaning people of our own nation. That's like the general population of Israel. 1/3, 2/3, whoever. Then I'm in peril of false brethren. Men that's supposed to be in this walk. Men that's supposed to be walking in Yahweh. Men that's supposed to be cool with you or you thought was cool with you. Snakes in the grass. Cat you labored with at one time. Or still laboring with. In perils of false brethren. Right? I see another guy in fringes. I don't give a damn what letters of the alphabet you call your camp. Yo, shalom, brother, what up? We got the same struggle. Nah, nigga, you ain't in my camp, so you ain't in the truth. Nah, nobody makes moves like us, so, we can't salute you guys.
Or they don't say nothing.
Or they don't say nothing at all.
You wear this color, you wear
Right? Yeah, you wear that color, this color, that symbol, so you got that symbol on, I can't salute you. Madness, man, pure madness. All right, Negro, then I won't salute you. I ain't kissing nobody behind. Right? And a lot of these brothers are proud as hell, man. They got to be brought down a notch.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all saw another side of the elder on Clubhouse. You know what I'm saying? That's that side I don't really like to come out, man. People was like calling me like, yo, you all right? I said, yeah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But you don't see that from me a lot. But don't mean I can't go there. Don't get it twisted. Don't come up proud and taking cheap shots on our platform. And we're trying to have a constructive conversation about something serious in the nation. You're trying to take sucker cheap shots. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the brother. I spoke to him the next morning, but and I'm not gloating in that. That was not the purpose of coming up on there. The purpose was to bring some kind of order, like, yo, this shouldn't happen in the nation. Yo, leaders should reach out to each other. But it went left because, brother, the pride, stop it. I hate pride, man. And don't take little sucker cheap shots. We having a serious conversation. Let's talk like men. Well, all that, come on, bro. Don't try to get a little uppercut in there because I would G-check it immediately. You don't know that side because there's always the meek and the humble because that's how we supposed to try to be. God? H.O.I said what? The meek shall inherit the earth. So I ain't got nothing to be proud about it with my fellow brother, even if you from a different camp. But come on, bro. I know that street stuff. Don't talk slick to me like I can't do it back. Right? But the main thing is this should not be in the nation, brother. That's the main thing. I don't give a damn what alphabet of the letters of the alphabet you under. We shouldn't be rolling like this at all. Right, come on.
Verse 27. In weariness and in painfulness.
In weariness and in painfulness, come on.
In watching often.
In watchings often, good.
In hunger and thirst.
And in hunger and in thirst, good.
In fasting often.
In fastings often, come on.
In cold and in nakedness.
And in cold and nakedness. No matter what condition you in, you got to suffer for your H.O.I and keep doing this work. Come on.
Beside those things that are without, that which cometh upon me daily.
Now, Paul said, besides all this extra curriculum stuff I got to deal with, come on.
The care of all the church.
Then you got to do the work. You got to care for the flock and the body. You know what I'm saying? We had like 3 situations happen at HOI today. I'm on the phone. What happened with this? What happened with that? Yo, brother, I'm trying to get ready for the first fruits. I ain't really anticipate having a council today. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, brother elder, this happened. And brother this. And oh my God. I'm like, God damn, I'm trying to get ready for the feast, y'all. I got me on the phone with all kinds of issues. But besides all that, you got to deal with all these other things. Then you got to worry about, I'm going to go to camp. And some brothers that wear fringes and say they trying to bring the people back to H.O.I, they're going to set up their speaker right next to mine. Now I got to deal with that too. So that's what Paul was saying, man. Is enough, all that, and we still got to do this work and build this nation. Right, go ahead.
29. Who is weak, and I am not weak.
Paul said, who is weak and I'm not weak? We suffer the same things. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Who is offended, and I burn not.
He said, who is offended and I burn not? So we was on a Clubhouse, and a brother brought up, well, it was just a scuffle, brother. We can get over it, whatever. But Paul said, who's offended and I burn not? If you're a loving person of this nation, you're going to feel that. You're going to be like, what the hell are brothers doing? I don't care if you're from a different camp or whatever. I don't like to see this. I'm offended. If people are offended, I burn. Damn, I got people just coming into the truth. I'm teaching them, trying to show them scripture. Brother, did you hear about the fight? Is that supposed to go on? You know what I'm saying? And I gotta break that down and explain it to them. You know what I'm saying? And everybody don't understand. When I first came in the truth, I said niggas gonna be niggas everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I knew that from the rip, man. So nothing that I saw amongst brothers ever could stop me from being in the truth. I said niggas gonna be niggas no matter where you look. But everybody don't understand that. Everybody don't understand that. So you gotta bring these people in, and you gotta, explain it to them, and that's gonna happen. Don't let that deter you, And at the end of the day, you kind of got to be cold. Like, well, if that takes you from the truth, I don't know what to tell you. You got to stay firm and keep studying and learn. Then your spirit going to grow. Oh, you know, niggerism goes on in here too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to fall into that. I'm going to do thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible. God? As for me and my house, we going to serve the Lord. I don't give a damn how many camps fight over there over a damn corner. You ain't going to see that in HOI. And if it happens, it will be checked immediately. I'll get on a damn Greyhound bus if I have to get to whatever city, because we not having that. God? My God.
Verse 30. If I must need glory, I will glory of the things which concern my infirmities.
Right, so Paul was saying, look, if I'm a glory in my sufferings and continue to serve Yahweh. But get one or two more, we're going to close that out. Go to 3 John 10. This is another problem. So I'm just touching on this, y'all. Not to sensationalize it or nothing, but, you know, things happen in the nation and hopefully some good can come out of it. You know, we got a group chat now with about 10 camp leaders. And, you know, we've been in a group chat lately. And, you know, we've been kind of going back and forth. And, you know, brothers like, yo, well, everybody in this chat, we know we at peace with each other. We don't have no issues with each other. We know if we pull up in a city, there's not going to be an issue over a camp spot. And everybody a con. Everybody has something positive to say in the group chat. Con? So that's good. There's mostly brothers I'm already have a rapport with, but it was a few extras in there. And, you know, for the most part, we agreeing to keep peace amongst our congregations. Con? Right. 3 John 10. Read that, King.
3 John chapter 10.
Start at 9.
9. I wrote unto the church, but
Diotrephes,
or
Diotrephes, tomato, right?
who loveth to have the preeminence.
See that? He loveth to have the preeminence. He want to be the HNIC. I'm the nigga in charge. It's the Most High Christ that is me. Nobody else. Right? I'm the only one that teach the commandments on the earth. Nobody else teach the commandments and follow them like me. You can't be doing that, man. Con? Right? You love to have the preeminence. You want to be the HNIC. Con? Right? Come on.
Among them receiveth us not.
He said he wants the preeminence, so he don't receive us. We ain't dealing with these other camps. Right? These men, if they ain't in our congregation, we ain't dealing with them. They don't receive you. Con? And don't listen, man. HOI, don't kiss up to nobody, man. Con? Be cordial, be brotherly, but if they giving you they behind the kiss, man, tell them where they can go. We behind here at HOI. All right, we be brotherly, be sisterly, but that's about it. Con? Right? We ain't going all, well, brother, why can't we be brother? Why can't you come to my feast day? No. Why can't we be friends? No. Right? Let them stay over there with that to the Most High Yahweh shall deal with them. Cat don't salute you? All right, fine. I heard one of these camp generals say, if anybody from another camp try to salute you, punch him in his face and show him you a man. What the hell is this nigga talking about? This nigga been eating too many Pop-Tarts in the morning. Right? And drinking that fattening damn cow milk. Now, not to mock anybody for their outward appearance. I said, what the hell is this guy talking about? If a brother that's not in your camp try to salute you, snuff him, punch him in his face, and show him you're a real man? And that's when I gave the order. I said, nobody in HOI try to salute nobody in that camp. No, you see them brothers, just leave them alone. Right? So you don't give it, you know, nobody's here to try to be a tough guy. Right? We're supposed to be gentle, righteous, cordial. We go to war when we have to. But listen, man, we righteous and we in order when we deal with our brothers, man. We cordial and respectful and loving with each other. Okay? Yeah, brother, try to salute you. But I said to these niggas are bugged out of their mind. We leaving them alone. Okay? And hence, this is what goes on, man. This is the hateful spirit brothers have. Come on.
Wherefore, if I come, I will remember his deeds.
John said, if I come, I'm going to remember his deeds. Go ahead.
Which he doeth.
Which he what?
Which he doeth.
Which he doeth. All right. I'm going to remember his deeds. Go ahead.
Prating against us.
Prating against us. Somebody look up the word prating. Prating. Prating against us. Go ahead.
Malicious words.
With malicious words. Everything is, if you ain't in this camp, you a Christian faggot. Right? If you ain't in this camp, you a bitch. If you ain't in this camp, you a weak ass nigga. Come on, man. That's prodding about with malicious words because you want the preeminence. Basically, if everybody ain't under you and giving you all their damn money, then they ain't of the Most High. That's what it comes down to. Okay? These brothers want the preeminence. And the only one, according to Colossians, the 1st chapter, the only one that has the preeminence is HOI. That's it, Negro. Go sit down. You just a servant in the bigger picture. Who the hell you think you are? Go sit down somewhere. Got men bucking the hell out because you putting nonsense in their head. Got brothers getting restrained on damn street corners because you putting garbage in their head, man. Humble down, Israel. Humble down. And let's get this kingdom. God? Right, read the definition of prating.
God, prating.
Prating,
Talk foolishly.
To do what?
To talk foolishly.
Talk foolishly. If you see a brother from another camp, he try to salute you, punch him in his face, and show him you a real man. The hell are you talking about, Negro? Right, go ahead.
Talk foolishly or at tedious length about something.
Oh, what?
Talk foolishly or at tedious length about something.
Tedious length about something. Every other filibuster kind. And you ain't here, you ain't in the truth. You're them other camps, they not of the Most High. Just constantly, hell, even if you say it 1 or 2 times, all right, brother. But constantly trying to drill it into the people's mind. And you're not flattering nobody with your big machismo and all that. That's not flattering nobody. Right? Third in the Christ. Right? Read on. Ridiculous, man. Go ahead. With malicious words. Go ahead.
And not content therewith.
And not content therewith. Not only speaking evil of brothers. Go ahead.
Neither doeth he himself receive the brethren.
Don't receive other brethren. What, a brother can't even say shalom to you walking down the street. What camp you with, brother? Then you ain't in the right truth, brother. You gotta come to the home of the truth. Well, what camp you in, brother? Then you ain't keeping the commandment. You the Most High ain't dealing with you. Right? You will not receive the brethren. Brother, a year in the truth, he don't know nothing really about that. He's trying to learn, keep the commandments. He's just under the group of brothers that the Most High brought him to. You're going to tell him he's not in the truth. This brother like, well, I'm just trying to learn, and these are the brothers the Lord sent me to learn. You're going to tell this young brother that don't know no better he ain't in the truth. All right, come on.
And forbidding them that would.
And forbidding them that would, come on.
Casteth them out of the church.
And cast them out of the church, meaning what? Some of these congregations, man, if their members get consistently to you, they throw them out. Or they'll rebuke them real hard or embarrass them. You talking to them for? They ain't part of this congregation. They ain't in this camp. Don't talk to them niggas. I ever catch you talking to them again. Or you would talk, or you message that, oh, you better not have messaged that elder Zabach. That priest Zabach guy. You better not be talking to him. Get out my congregation now. You talking to that guy? Right? Yes, they probably are. You'd be surprised. Right? But their secret is safe with me. Right? But that's the evil, man, that these brothers be having. God? Right? Go from there to Philippians 1 and 4. You're going to throw somebody out your congregation because they say shalom to somebody from another congregation. Or they talk to them. Hey, me and that brother's cool. We talk sometime. What? I ain't know nothing about that. You talk to him. He ain't in this camp, brother. The hell you doing talking to him? Why you watching his videos? Because, I get edified for the what? You know what I'm saying? Have a goddamn heart attack, man. You ain't learning nothing for that nigga. That nigga ain't in the truth. What precepts that nigga teaching you? Yo, it's funny, but it's not funny, man. God? Yeah, man. Give me Philippians 1 and 14. It's funny, but it's not funny, man. Y'all know the elder gotta have a little fun with it. But no folly. It's all serious. Philippians 1 and 14, I believe it is. Yeah. Philippians 1 and 14. Get these classics tonight for this foolish behavior, man. And this is all love, and I still love all them brothers. Even if they hate my guts. They Israel, I'm commanded to love them. I can rebuke the hell out of them. I could G-check them if they try to have a smart mouth with me and take cheek sucker shots. But I still love you, bro. Like I said, me and the brother talked the next morning, like, shalom, man. Overall, it was a good conversation. Yo, here's my math. Yo, all right, Doc, it's all good. Nothing personal. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? You want to get on the phone? We need to do it again. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but I'm stuff roll off my shoulder. I've never been that type. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit there holding a grudge, boo-hoo crying. Especially if a brother reach out, because that's how it's supposed to be.
Right.
So I'm not even gloating in that whole thing like, yeah, niggas got shut down. No. It's like, yo, let's just be men and let's operate as such. However this conversation need to go, I can go there with you, but at the end of the day, let's not lose what the main point is.
Right.
Let's not get lost in translation with the hype and the sensationalism.
Right.
Right? Oh, hell, I never seen you like that. Chill. But let the point be brought home. God, this should not be going on in the nation, brother. If you got to check your organization, the other organization got to check theirs. We got to do some self-examining. That's the message we need to learn from here.
Right.
God? Read, brother. Read that. Salakia. Philippians 1:14.
Philippians 1:14. And many of the brethren in the Lord waxing confident by my bond.
Right, so brothers were seeing how strong Paul was and what he was going through for the gospel, and they was getting confident. We supposed to feed off each other. God? Yeah, that brother's out. That brother don't let nothing stop him from doing the work. He get locked up, he get persecuted, he get lied on. Well, that brother still stands firm in HOI. We supposed to be more confident in our brothers' bonds. The things they suffering for the gospel supposed to make each other stronger. God? Come on.
Are much more bold to speak the words without fear.
Yeah, you put that bold spirit on other brothers. Yo, I see my brothers roll like that, so I got that confidence now. I'm bold to teach this word. We feed off each other. Good.
15. Some indeed preach Hamashiach, even of envy and strife.
But some teach the word out of envy and strife. I'm going to set up right next to you, point my speaker at you, and speak over you. That's teaching HOI in strife and envy. Right? Come on.
And some also of goodwill.
Some of goodwill. Nah, them brothers are out there already. Let them edify the people. Yo, we going over here. Okay? Yo, matter of fact, man, I'm going to the whole other side of the city so, we don't bump heads with these brothers. The people over there learning, man. Let the people be edified. Right? If they join that camp, they join that camp. Fine. There's more fruit over here. Okay? Right, go ahead.
The one.
And that's another thing. Brothers fighting over one corner. You in a whole city. There's hundreds of thousands to millions of Israelites. I say, yo, there's 300,000 Israelites in this city, right? The most I'm going to say 1/3, right? That means 100,000 Israelites in the city need to be taught. But I'm pointing a speaker at you. Yeah, man, because your organization is... I'm not even teaching. I'm teaching against you. That's my camp, teaching against you. Well, wait a minute. At least 100,000 Israelites in the city is supposed to get the word. Man, we got work to do. God? That's how I look at it. 1/3, hey, 1/3 of every Israelite need to hear this gospel. So if it's a population of 300,000 so-called Negro, Hispanic, or Native American in the city, that means 100,000 of them the most I want to call. Why the hell you fighting over one corner with 2 people walking by every hour? Okay? Take your behind to another part of the city and find another camp and teach the people. Okay? 1/3 of that city, the most I want to bring in is truth, and you playing over a damn corner. Right, go ahead.
The one preach Hamashiach of contention, not sincerely.
One preach Hamashiach of contention, not sincerely. Good.
Supposing to add affliction to my bond.
And that's Paul. That's that being in peril of false brethren. You adding more affliction to my bonds. Remember Paul listed all the stuff he going through. Then he said, I got to still deal with the care of the churches. Right, come on.
But the other of love.
But what?
But the other of love.
Some teach the gospel out of love. Yo, we just want to go out there and do the work. We're not trying to set up where brothers is at. Oh, brothers out there already find another camp spot. Like when we looking for a city, we do recon. Who's teaching where? All right, that corner's out. What corner where? That corner's out. What? Oh, nobody's here. We looked at it for a couple of weeks. All right, that's the corner we going to hit. Right, come on.
Knowing that I am set for defense of the gospel.
The Lord said, knowing I am set for the defense of the gospel. Come on.
What then? Notwithstanding every way, whether in pretense or...
And whether in pretense, meaning for a show, or you doing it for outward appearance, or you say, it was bad, man, because the brothers showed about 6 videos where they was teaching, and the brothers came and set up right next to them. They showed it in like 6, 7 different cities. So I said, damn, these brothers are stalking these brothers. Right? All because what? You got the preeminence. And then the Most High dealing with us. We the home of the truth. The brothers showed about 6, 7 different videos where the men came and set up camp where they was teaching out already. I mean, brothers already out there teaching the people. They jumping out their cars, setting their speakers and mics up right next to them. I said, this is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. But the Lord said what? Whether in pretense, whether you're doing it for a show, come on.
Or in truth.
Or in truth, you're doing it sincerely in Yahweh, come on.
Hamashiach is preached.
So we pray that the word is preached. Either way, we pray that the word goes out and Yahweh get taught. Come on.
And I therein do rejoice.
And Paul said he'll rejoice. Come on.
Yeah, and I will rejoice.
So at the end of the day, Paul said, listen, man, at the end of the day, as long as the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Mashiach H.O.I can go out. God? Go to 2 Thessalonians 3:1. Everybody understand? God? Y'all receiving this? God, all praises, man. This is ridiculous, brothers. We gotta do better, man. You know? And not to get into the sensationalism and the hype, but just to address it, that the scriptures definitely speak against this stuff. God? And we can do a whole nother, that there can be a class within itself. I'm just getting a few precepts to touch on it. All right, there's been a lot going on this week. Read, King. 2 Thessalonians 3:1. All right.
2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 1. Finally, brethren, pray for us, that the word of the Lord may have free course and be glorified, even as it is with you.
So we really got to pray like Paul said, listen, I'm going to rejoice that Yahweh shall be taught. God? And we got to pray that the word may have free course. Of course, you know, this ain't stopping them. Brothers been all out the camp since that happened. But, you know, we got to examine it. Hopefully, it doesn't ever happen again in the nation with any body of brothers. God? Right, come on.
And that we may be delivered.
And that we may be delivered, come on.
From unreasonable.
Go ahead.
And wicked men.
And wicked men, come on.
For all men have not faith.
All men have not faith, man. What are you in this for, man? To get the glory of I kicked the nigga, I bullied the nigga off the corner? This my corner now? God? You got to examine yourself like Paul said, man. That we may be delivered from unreasonable and wicked men. You can't reason with these brothers, man. Brother, listen, we was here first with our eye, King. You know what? It's all good. We're going to go teach some, you know, hope y'all wake up a lot of fruit out here. We going to the other side of the city. This city need to be hit from all angles. God? Right? But Paul said you got to be delivered from men like that, man. Get that far away to hell from men that's moving in that spirit. Right? Jump down to 13.
I wonder if they do that to Christians when they.
No, they don't. They don't do it to Christians. They don't do it to the white man. They don't do it to the other nations. They don't do it to Jehovah's Witnesses. Only to brothers and fringes that got the same, trying to have the same mission that they have. Doctrine might be a little bit different, but about 80% of the doctrine is the same coming out of One West. Right? But about 80% of the doctrine is the same. Right? Come on.
But ye, brethren, be not weary in well-doing.
But Paul said, even with all that, don't be weary in well-doing. Right? So ain't nobody sitting around boo-hoo crying. Oh, God. No, the work's still going to go on. But it's like, yo, stop the goofball behavior. Let's get down to business, man. We got a nation to bring back. Let's get down to business and stop the goofy behavior, man. Goofball stuff, man. Knock it off. Oddball stuff. God, you want to be the oddball. Everybody trying to move in the spirit. You want to be the oddball. Right? Go ahead.
And if any man obey not our word by this epistle, note that the man and have no company with him, that he may be ashamed.
Yeah, we got to start shunning these type of brothers, man. Right? Correcting them, and if they don't want to get checked and repent, shun them. So that they may be ashamed. Like, ain't nobody rocking with y'all. Y'all dudes are off.
Scarlet letter.
Scarlet letter. Yo, y'all dudes are off, man. And until you get yourself together, ain't nobody rocking with you. And if you want to be proud and say, well, good, I don't need you niggas anyway. All right, then fine. Then the Most High give you some more judgment. Right? Come on.
Yet count him not as an enemy.
Don't count him as an enemy. Go ahead.
But admonish
him, warn him, correct him. Check him if you have to. Right? Come on. In righteousness, of course. Go ahead.
Admonish him as a brother.
The Lord said admonish him. Don't count him as an enemy. Admonish him as a brother. So he's still a brother. He just got to be corrected and checked and admonished and warned. Okay? If you don't want to repent and take the correction, the Most High deal with him. By Shema Mashiach. God, go to Jeremiah 2 and 3. Did y'all read this one? Huh? Y'all did? Okay, don't worry about it. All right. Yeah, read it again. Jeremiah 2 and 3. So this is what we need to focus on, man. The main thing to focus on is Israel being the chosen of the Most High and keeping these commandments. Okay? Right? And us being the chosen people and coming back to being the chosen people. Read that, Jeremiah 2 and 3.
Jeremiah 2 and 3. Israel was holiness unto Yahweh, and the first fruits of his increase.
And what?
And
The first fruits of his increase.
And the first fruits of his increase. Okay? So we are the first fruits out of all the nations. What is the first fruits? The chief or the principal part? Okay? So we are the chief and principal nation of the Most High Yahushua. Okay? And get the one in Colossians. I know y'all probably read it, but get the one in what's the one where Yahushua is the first fruits? Or is it James? Let me see. Let me see what I want. Say something for a minute.
Khan, like the brothers was bringing out, man, we got to do better in Israel, man. We can't have that gang banging spirit. We came out of the world for that. We can't be fighting over colors, black or purple or this and that. How we having a crack dealer spirit like in the 80s? Oh, this is my block. That's wickedness. We got to do better than that in Israel. And even though it was 2 other congregations or camp, but they give a black eye to the whole nation. So new fruit coming in is like, why would I want to come and be a part of this? Right? Brothers is fighting. I thought these brothers were supposed to be righteous. I thought these brothers were supposed to be speaking the truth. But they fighting like niggas, Salakia, like niggas in the corner, man. Well, that makes no sense at all. So we can't have that spirit here in HOI, man. At least, man. So Israel, we got to do better than that. They could have just, like the elder was saying, whoever was there first, even if they was there, even though that was their usual campground, they could have went to the next site and then speak to the leadership or whatever and
I think it's in one of the,
make an agreement.
I got it.
And then y'all fighting over a block that the so-called white man owned anyway, dum-dums. So what the hell y'all fighting for? How's that edifying anybody? Right? Y'all putting y'all speakers to each other. That makes no sense at all. Y'all wasted time and energy for no reason. Salaki.
1 Corinthians 15:20.
No, that's the one because Sai just spoke. This one is worded different, but this is the one I wanted. All right. James 1 and 18.
Oh, yeah.
James 1 and 18.
It says James 1 and 18.
Okay, Karen. Did y'all read it? Oh, y'all didn't get to that one. Okay, Karen. Read that. James 1:18.
James 1 and 18.
Start at 17.
17. Every good gift and every perfect gift is
Salaki, start at 16.
16. Do not err, my beloved brethren.
So Paul said, James said, don't err in your mind, beloved brethren. Go ahead.
Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above.
Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above. It's from the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua. Come on.
And cometh down from the Father of lights.
Come on.
With whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning.
Right, meaning everything the Most High gives us, He's going to give it to us, and He wants us to receive it. Okay? Real quick, look up variableness. All right, everything the Lord gives us, He wants us to have and to receive, and every good gift is from Him. What's the greatest gift that we all received? Don't yell out. By a show of hands. Yeah, cool. Go ahead. Yahushua, but go a little bit further. The Holy Spirit, which is what? The truth. The greatest gift we received was this truth. God? So if the Most High wants us to give that gift, we're supposed to nourish it and cherish it and not fight about another brother that wants to teach it. You're supposed to be like, man, blast this thing all over the world. Brother, I'm going to the other side so they can hear it over there. God? But brothers, when you don't become that new creature in Yahushua, you still that nigga from the block with fringes and stars on, gang-banging mentality, then you haven't received that great gift. Con? Because when you want to receive that great gift, you want to spread it, you want to edify, you want everybody to receive it. Con? I ain't worried about what block you on. I'm going to the 10 other blocks where they need to hear this thing. Right? Read that, variableness.
God, it's the definition of variableness. The quality of being changeable, having a marked tendency to change, likely to change or vary, subject to variation, changeable.
Right, meaning the Most High, when he give you something, he's not going to change. He's not going to flip the script. He's not going to take it back unless you throw it back. Only way the Most High going to take this gift from you if you neglect it. Then you're going to be like, look, I'm going to remove your candlestick and give it to somebody else. But if you receive this gift and nurture it, the Most High, he ain't going to change on you. He said, I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed. God? So receive that gift and use that and spread that. Use that gift, man, to spread it all over the earth. Don't fight over a block, brothers. There's a lot of work to be done. Plenty of work to be done. And if you, I don't know, man, if you need to get your views up or whatever, change up a little bit. Do a little bit more work. Don't do sucker-ish, man. I'm going to build myself up off attacking another. That's so weak and corny, man. You don't have to do that. Con? So let's be in this truth for the right thing. Read on in James 1.
Yeah, every good gift perfect is from above and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning.
Right, the Lord said, you don't even see a shadow of me turning. I'm solid. Prove me. Right, you ain't going to even get a shadow of me turning or changing. Right, come on.
Of his own will begot he.
Of his own will, come on.
Begot he us with the word of truth.
He got us with the word of truth. Of his own will. He begot us with the word of truth. And who's the word of truth? Who's the word of truth? Y'all can yell this one out. Yahushai, God? Yeshua? Yahushai? Yahushai? Y'all supposed to know. Right? Of the word, he begot us with the word of truth. God? Of his own will, he begot us with the word of truth. Remember, Revelation 19 says Yahushai is the word. God? All right, come on.
That we should be a kind of his first fruits, of his creation.
Of his creatures, that we may be the first fruits of the Most High's creatures. God? So when Yahushai brought us into this truth, when he begot us with the word of truth, which is Yahushai, we became that first fruits of his creatures. Guess what? The 1/3, 144,000 in Israel, we are the first fruits of Israel. God? We are the chief or principal part of Israel. I know they read it earlier, Revelation 14. It says these are the first fruits unto Yahweh. God, the 144,000. The elect, we are the first fruits of the nation. That's the first fruits. God? By Shema Mashiach. So when he gave us this truth in Yahushai, we become those first fruits of his creation, of his creatures. God? So why the hell would you want to mess that up by fighting over a corner? That's beneath us, man. That's not ruling class mentality. That's not righteous, chosen, kingdom is coming to us mentality. We got beyond work to do. I ain't fighting no brother over no corner. I'm going somewhere else because them people need to hear it over there. By Shema Mashiach Yahushua. Come here, Shalom. A fight, a Negro and a white. Nah. A Negro and a Negro. God damn. Right? Should be no fighting in the nation of Israel over no camp spot. God? By Shema Mashiach Yahushua. All right, so with that, any questions or comments? Bring it out.
Judgment in Red River, New Mexico. 8 shot, 3 dead.
God. Red River. That's some ambulance we was hearing earlier. That was a helicopter, a plane ambulance. They was flying to Mexico with the sirens on. God? By Shema Mashiach Yahushua. No folly. But happy Feast of First Fruits 2023. God! And a fight, A Negro and an Israelite. Some of these guys still act like Negroes, man. They don't act like Israelites. So the spirit of fighting should not be in the nation, Khan. That was just a few quick precepts. We might touch on it a little bit more in the future. We might set up a prayer and keep it pushing. We got a long, hot summer of prophesying and doing the work before us. Khan? By Hashem HaMashiach Yahushua. All right, so Ashar Ra'ash Payam, happy head fruits or feast of first fruits. And we're going to pray out, eat, drink, and be merry. Kwame Shalom. Imagine Wapanya Yerushalayim. Stand and face Jerusalem on the east for closing prayer. Oh, yeah, Itiano. Can you tell Sabalan to give me the olive oil? The water. Or anybody else if you got the baby. Khan. Kwame Shalom. See, I got something from the lesson. Y'all better have take notes. I'm asking y'all questions next year. I might ask y'all next week. See if you took your notes. Khan? You come to the feast and there's a class too, man. Take notes. Khan? All right. Or at least go back to the video. You might have missed something and take your notes. Khan? You're not going to memorize every scripture. You just sitting there not taking no notes. You're not going to memorize every scripture. Khan? All right. So, closing prayer, four corners, anointing, blessing of the food and drink, and the first fruits. Hallelujah. 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 Yahweh. Ba'ashem. HaMashiach. Yahushua. Rak Nawa. Wa Shalom. Wahabiyah Sapaya. Shema. Yasharallah. Yahweh. Allah Hayanawa. Yahweh. Acha. 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 Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our power, Yahweh is one. Deuteronomy 6, verse 4, Credo of Israel. Blessed O Most High Yahweh, by Hashem HaMashiach Yahushua. Please watch over Israel, all the schools, camps, congregations that are sincere in Yahushua throughout the four corners of the earth. By Hashem HaMashiach Yahushua, Thawadah Amen. Hallelujah. 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 Sisters come up. Get anointed. Hallelujah. Come up, get your oil. Make one single foul line if you can. Or more than one. All right. Brothers, make way for the sisters. Make a path. Make a path. Come up, come up. Come up to the front. Come up to the front. Come up to the front, sisters. All sisters. Make a line up here when y'all get your oil. Up here. Put it back some more. Yeah. Yes. hold up and just say her name when we get to her. That's all the sisters. Go ahead. Okay, so anointing prayer number 6, 22 to 27. All right, we're going to say the prayer in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. As we finish, right, we go from right to left, starting with Sabalana. You say your name 3 times. Move right around. Back up some, Elder. Yeah, back up way a little bit. Yeah, come in, Sabalana. Next to sis. Yeah, come in close to her. Yeah. All right, go ahead, Yaakov. Yeah. Well, we'll start with Yaakov with his daughter and go right to left. Now you say your name 3 times. We repeat it. You receive your blessing. As we're praying, just us brothers up here say the prayer. You sisters meditate. Anything you're going through, health, financial, your home, be a better wife, better sister, overall woman in this truth, better daughter. These are the things you meditate on right now. Okay? All right, you ask the Most High to strengthen you and bless you with whatever you're going through as you do your regular prayers every day. Okay? All right, Chaasadyah, 𝐤𝐄𝐄, Mashamalak, repeat after me. Anointing prayer number 6, 22 to 27 in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. Yabaraki Yahweh, Wayashamaka, Ya'a Yahweh, Panyawa, Ayaka, Wayakanka, Yasha'a Yahweh, Panyawa, Ayaka, Wayashamlaka, Shalom, Yahweh, Hashem, Hamashiach, Yahushai, Babakusha, Sheman, Nawa, Aitha, Shalak, Maikala, Walahayim, La, Shema'ayim, Barak, Rapah, Izah, Magun, Kazak, Chaasadyah, Kwawa, Seva Judea, Seva Judea, Seva Judea, Sabalana, Sean, Atiano, Grace, Ariana, Farah, Nasha'ar, Yash, Dapala, Tiaza, Reina, Amayan, Ko, Akim, Ko, Akwafim, Ko, Bunyum, Yasha'ala, Lahashem, Hamashiach, Yahushai, Thawadah, Tamyad, Avalum, sisters, be seated. Actually, come on, sisters, please. No talking noise. We're still in prayer mode. Y'all can greet each other in a minute. It'll be over in a minute. Y'all can greet, talk, have fun. Just please, we're still in prayer mode. Akim, come up, get your oil, make, you probably have to make 2 lines. Do the best y'all can. Line up. Use end to end. Go back. Hallelujah. Yeah, make 2 lines if you have to. Get in when you finish. Get your oil. Go ahead. Love it. Y&J is in the building. Come on up. Don't be shy. Get your blessing.
Come on down, don't be shy. Come on, get your blessing. Let's go. Good. Yo, what up? That's my little man. That's my little man. My little man's from Philly. Come on, get your oil. Get your blessing. Come here. God, they gonna show heat. That's everybody? Huh? Oh, wait, did. Oh. All right, same thing, King's anointing prayer. What kind of line we got here? We're going to start with, we start with Chaasadyah, and then come around Chaasadyah. Yeah, okay, we're going to do the first row first, and then we'll go to Elder Mishael and that back row. Third, and then that third row. Oh, it's only Mike out on the third row. Okay. So we go Chaasadyah to Shemaiah, then Mishael to Josh, then Micah Allah, and Micah Allah and Yediah. Okay, and then us up here. Okay. Same thing. I give anointed prayer. You know, it's definitely a time we need it. A lot going on, man. Right now, the Most High is testing the men of Israel to see how we're going to handle a lot of things. Okay? So this is real serious, man. Pray for strength, endurance, be a better father, husband, brother, servant, more patient with your brothers. Okay? And to strengthen and build the body for this work that we got ahead of us. Okay? Right? And we're going to say the prayer as we finish right to left. Chaasadyah first line, Elder Mishael second line, Yediah and Micah Allah last line. All right. DC Micah Allah. All right. Chaasadyah, Mashamalak, repeat after me. The rest of you brothers just meditate. Hallelujah. Yabaraki Yahweh, Wayashamaka, Ya'ah Yahweh, Panyawa, Al-Yakar, Wayakhankar, Yasha'ah Yahweh, Panyawa, Al-Yakar, Wayashamlakar, Shalom, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahushua, Obakushah, Shemai, Nawa, Aita, Shalak, Micah, Walahayim, La, Shema'el, Barak, Rapar, Izar, Magun, Kazak, Chaasadyah, Kwawa, Chaasadyah, Abrams, Yeshaya, Zion, Zayden, Yeshaya, Yaquab, Yaradan, Yahweh, Makab, Amwala, Shemaiah, Mishael, Baruch, Yaakov,
Elias,
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 Aishiyah,
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 Magayala.
Micaiah,
Magayala.
Micaiah,
Magayala.
Micaiah,
Aparium.
Aparium,
Aparium.
Aparium,
Aparium.
Aparium,
Yatai.
Yatai,
Yatai.
Yatai,
Yatai.
Yatai, Yatai, Yawasap, 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 Joshua, Joshua, Joshua,
Udiah.
Yediah,
Udiah.
Yediah,
Udiah.
Yediah,
Micaiah.
Micaiah,
Micaiah.
Micaiah,
Micaiah.
Micaiah,
Philo,
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 Kasadyah,
Chaasadyah,
Kasadyah,
Chaasadyah,
Mattathiah,
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 Mattathiah, Mattathiah,
Mashamalak.
Mashamalak,
Mashamalak.
Mashamalak,
Mashamalak.
Mashamalak, Zabach,
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 Ko,
Ko,
Akim,
Akim,
Ko,
Ko,
Aquafim,
Aquafim,
Ko,
Ko,
Bunyam,
Bunyam,
Yashala,
Yashala,
Bahashim,
Bahashim,
Hamashiach,
Hamashiach,
Yahushua,
Yahushua,
Thawadah,
Thawadah,
Yall, Awalum, Hallelujah, 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 Hallelujah,
Hallelujah.
Come here, Shabbat.
Come here, shout.
Mattathiah, read the English translation, Numbers 6:22-27. Numbers chapter 6:22-27. I felt that one, y'all. Felt that anointing. Needed that one. Come here, Shabbat. Right? God, powerful. Numbers 6:22-27, English translation. Hallelujah.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 6 and verse 22. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and unto his sons, saying, On this wise he shall bless the children of Israel, saying unto them, The Lord bless thee, and keep thee. The Lord make his face to shine upon thee, and be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee, and give thee peace. And they shall put my name upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them.
Sisters Amaja, sisters pray for the food and the drink, and to bless the feast of first fruits. Eat, drink, and be merry. Good? It's Saturday, 3-day weekend, so y'all can chill. I'll kick y'all out when I get tired of y'all. Y'all can lay on the grass if y'all want. we got tabernacles out here. One big tent. Right? Sisters, brothers, stay where you at. Just face the east. Sisters, stay there, face the east. We just gonna pray for the food and the drink. God? Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Yahweh. Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Mashiach.
Mashiach.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Babukushah.
Babukushah.
Barak.
Barak.
Nawa.
Nawa.
Kag.
Shal.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Payam. Babukushah.
Babukushah.
Barak.
Nawa.
Shabach. Barak. Nawa. Rum. Yawam. Babukushah. Ba'ashem. Hamashiach. Yahushua. Thawadah. Yall. Awalam. Amen. Blessed O Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahushua. Please bless the food and the drink that we're about to receive. Please bless the kag, the feast, shal, ra'ash, head, payam, fruits. Please bless our feast of the head of fruits, or the feast of first fruits. Bless our Shabbat day. Bless our Rum Yawam, our exalted day. Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahushua. The water of God. Amen. Hallelujah.
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 Our sisters turn to the brothers. Let's salute each other. Brothers, stay right where you at. Salute the sisters. Men of Israel, Amaja, Barak, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahushua, Shema. Sisters, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahushua, Shema. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Sisters, be seated. Akim, turn where you at. Salute each other. Turn here to the front, to the front, to the front. Yeah. Akim, Yasha'Allah, men of Israel. Akim Bayaf Yasha'Allah, brothers of House of Israel. Amaja.
Barak. Yahweh Shem Yal Shabakatam.
Yahweh Shem Yal Shabakatam.
Kwame Shalom.
Kwame Shalom.
Kwame Shalom.
Kwame Shalom.
Kwame Shalom.
Kwame Shalom.
H.O.I.
H.O.I.
To the chariots fly.
Chariots fly.
H.O.I.
H.O.I.
To the chariots fly.
Chariots fly.
H.O.I.
H.O.I.
To the chariots fly.
Chariots fly.
Don't scream it.
Don't scream it.
If you don't mean it.
If you don't mean it.
Don't scream it.
Don't scream it.
If you don't mean it.
If you don't mean it.
Don't scream it.
Don't scream it.
If you don't mean it.
If you don't mean it.
By Hashem.
By Hashem.
Mashiach.
Mashiach.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Kwame Shalom.
Kwame Shalom.
So once again, Ashar, Ash, Payam. Happy Feast of First Fruits, Head Fruits. Shalom. Listen up, eat, drink, be merry, do all things in moderation. Holiday weekend, 3-day weekend, y'all can chill out as long as y'all want. You know what I'm saying? Please, there's a lot of food. If we don't eat it up, please take some home. God, I won't talk about y'all tomorrow. And greedy took me 4 plates. Nah, take the food. Y'all not finna leave me and Sabalana with a refrigerator full of food. Okay? I mean, it's just me and her. We ain't got kids yet. Maybe soon, but you know, don't be trying to leave all the food with me. You can leave us some leftovers, but eat it up and you can take food with you. But don't be a damn glutton. Hold up, I'm still talking.
Shemai, Shemai.
I'm still talking, Shabbai. Take some of the food, but be mindful of others. Somebody else might want to take some. Okay? Plenty of food. Eat up as much as you want tonight. Take. Leave some for somebody else. Okay? Salakia, anybody that didn't give their donation, bring your donation up. If you got anything extra, them, you can bring that up too.